That's the old passage to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
Oh, really? And why is that, Alex? Could it possibly be due to the fact that the entire city is infested with headcrabs, or are the townspeople just not that friendly towards tourists? I'm willing to bet it's the first one. Half-Life 2 has its share of eerie moments, but none of them compare to the amount of nightmarish bullshit that Gordon Freeman has to go through in that godless shell of a town. After being raided by Combine forces, the entire population of Ravenholm was attacked by the parasites known as headcrabs and became their zombified puppets. Actually, that's not completely true. There is still one human survivor living comfortably within the city walls. Father Grigori pops in and out from time to time to say something completely batshit insane in a creepy Russian accent.
But who is this? Another life to save? I'll keep my eye on you. More than that, I cannot promise.
Sure, he does a lot to help get you through the night, but still, I can't overlook the fact that he's just out of his mind. The game uses a clever series of tricks to scare the hell out of the player. Zombies will occasionally act dead until you let your guard down, and headcrabs will hide beneath boxes you're more than likely required to overturn. But the cruelest strategy Valve used to make me feel completely powerless was taking away all my ammo. During my first play through Ravenholm, I practically threw away all my magazines, only to later realize that I would have to rely on my recently acquired gravity gun and whatever the hell happened to be lying around on the ground. It got the job done, but I'd really like to see you try and act brave when someone just tells you, here's a paint can, use this to fight for your life.
Break off! Change course and maintain a holding pattern!
Roger that. Increasing altitude is terrific. Better think of something.
Time, 0200 hours. Victim, me. Perpetrator, Resistance 2. Location, Holy Shittville. Sergeant Hale and I had just finished battling a seemingly endless onslaught of Chimera when we made it to a wonderfully appealing platform that just happened to float in the territory of a giant, overly aggressive, steroid-addicted sea monster. Now, the initial appearance of the sea monster is not what scared me. It was the fact that I had no idea what this guy was going to do. Sure enough, I did what anybody with a machine gun and a bazooka would do, and began to unload. So as I emptied clips on him, the effectiveness was immediately visible. He'd go underwater and pop up somewhere else, then I proceed to fire again. And he goes under a third time. He emerges in the distance some 100 yards away, and I'm thinking, this guy, he's got nothing on me. So I walk to the very edge of the platform and shoot some more till he goes under again. Now put yourself where I am. I'm in my room, lights are all off, except for the picture-perfect LCD screen which is built to complement the Blu-ray quality of the PS3. And it is 2 feet in front of me. I'm absorbed in the moment of the game. The monster emerges from the depths of the water directly in front of me like Jaws. Only it wasn't Jaws, it was his giant mutated counterpart with more teeth. In fact, the bastard ate Jaws, crapped him out, and ate him again. And as the giant Jaws-eating mouth appeared to come out of my screen, I dropped the controller in fear and start screaming so loud that my neighbors down the hall wake up. It was after that moment that I set the game on pause, proceeded to the restroom, and changed my underwear.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
There comes a time in every gamer's life when he realizes technology has passed him by. Now that happened to me in 1990 when Super Nintendo came out, but when Bioshock was released, I realized that technology started to scare me. Now not like old man internet sphere, but more like Skynet, self-aware, Quest World, HAL 9000, Isaac Asimov, and Philip K. Dick, your future self is f***ed fear. You know, I never thought that desensitization to violence was a bad thing, but game developers have gone too far. I couldn't even finish 2007's Game of the Year after a mere 30 minutes of gameplay. I started going down that elevator into the water, I heard Atlas's creepy static voice, and I saw a splicer banging her on the elevator window, and I was done. I turned off my television, I turned in my and man cards, and then I realized I don't get my jollies by having my chest seize with pain. You know what? For all of you who think Bioshock was great and never turned off your console in terror, consider this. People threw up in the movie theaters when Alien came out in 1979. They thought it was revolting. You, on the other hand, probably think Alien was bland. You know what? F you. It's scary. You can have Bioshock. Enjoy your mutants getting drilled apart in one of the most nightmarish, petrifying pieces of media that has ever existed. You sick bastards. All of you are probably going to hell, and I am not a f***y.